I want you to do something right now. Open your bank statement, not in your head, actually open it on your phone while you're watching this. And I want you to find one purchase, just one, where you look at the number and think, wait, what was that even for? Because I promise that moment exists, and when you find it, hold on to that feeling, because in 2026 that feeling is not just embarrassing, it is expensive, silently, consistently, and very quietly expensive, and today I am going to give you 12 specific things that are no longer worth your money in 2026, with the actual numbers, not opinions, numbers, because once you see this math you cannot unsee it, and that is exactly the point. So let me start by telling you what is actually happening in 2026 that nobody is connecting for you, because inflation slowed down but prices did not come back down, they just stopped rising as fast. And on top of that, companies figured something out during the pandemic and they never stopped doing it. They started stacking fees, delivery fee, service fee, small order fee, convenience fee. Every single purchase now has a layer of charges built into it that did not exist 5 years ago. And a new Yale and Federal Reserve study found that the average American household is losing between $760 and $1,500 per year just from tariff-related price increases alone in 2026. And that is before we even talk about the subscriptions you forgot about, the convenience premiums you are paying without realizing it, the things you are buying out of habit that the market has completely changed around. So this is not a video about cutting lattes. This is a video about 12 specific categories where the math has turned against you. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1 is cable and satellite TV. The average cable bill in America right now is $217 per month. That is $2,604 per year. And here is the part that should bother you. Most people with cable also have 2 or 3 streaming services on top of it. They are literally paying for the thing that replaced cable while still paying for cable. And if you invested that $217 per month instead at a 10% annual return, that is $156,000 in 20 years, $156,000 for channels you do not watch. Number 2 is extended warranties on electronics. Retailers make more profit from extended warranties than from almost any product they sell. That is not an opinion, that is publicly reported in their earnings. Consumer Reports has consistently found that extended warranties pay off less than 30% of the time, meaning more than 2/3 of people who buy them never use them. Put that money in a dedicated emergency fund instead and you will come out ahead statistically every single time. Number 3 is food delivery apps, and I am not saying never order delivery. I am saying you need to see the real number before you decide. When you order $20 of food from a delivery app right now, you are not paying $20. You are paying delivery fee plus service fee plus small order fee if applicable plus tip, and your $20 meal lands between $34 and $42. That is a convenience premium of 70 to 100% on the base price. And Bloomberg data shows the average delivery app user spends $155 per month. If even $70 of that is the premium above what they would have paid another way, that $70 per month invested over 25 years is $92,000. You are choosing convenience over $92,000 without knowing that is the trade. Now you know. Number 4 is brand name medications. When a generic exists, the FDA requires generic medications to have the same active ingredient, same dosage, same strength, and same route of administration as their brand name counterparts. They are not similar. They are chemically the same thing. The average brand name medication costs 85% more than its generic equivalent. You are paying for marketing, not medicine. Number 5 is gym memberships you use once a week or less. The gym industry is built on a specific business model. They need you to sign up and not show up. The average gym membership in America is $58 per month, and if you go once a week or less, you are paying $58 or more per visit. Either use it properly or switch to a pay-per-visit option, or invest that $58 somewhere it will actually show up. Number 6 is unused software subscriptions. A 2024 study found that the average American spends $219 per month on subscriptions and underestimates that number by 40%. The forgotten category, the subscriptions you are paying for and not using, costs the average household $348 per year, and $29 per month invested for 30 years at 10% is $65,000. You are paying $65,000 over a lifetime for software you are not opening. And the reason you keep paying is not laziness. It is a psychological phenomenon where the fact that you have already been paying makes canceling feel like admitting failure. The subscription companies know this, which is why canceling takes 3 screens and a chatbot instead of 1 click. Number 7 is new cars in 2026 specifically. Tariffs on imported vehicles and auto parts have added an estimated $4,000 to $10,000 to the price of new cars this year depending on the model. And at the same time used car inventory has normalized, so you can now get a 2 to 3-year-old vehicle with low miles for 30 to 40% less than the new equivalent. A new car loses roughly 20% of its value the moment it leaves the lot, and in 2026 that drop is happening at a price that is already inflated by tariff costs. This is one of the worst years in recent history to buy new. Number 8 is premium credit cards with benefits you do not use. A $550 annual fee card is genuinely worth it if you use the lounge access, the travel credits, the hotel status, and the airline miles. But if you are not flying at least 4 to 6 times per year and actively redeeming those benefits, you are paying $550 for a metal card and the idea that you have good taste. Number 9 is paper towels and single-use everything. The average American household spends $182 per year on paper towels alone. Microfiber cloths that last 5 years cost $15. The math here is embarrassingly simple, but the bigger principle is that the single-use economy has crept into almost every category of your spending. Razors, coffee pods, cleaning wipes, plastic water bottles, each one seems like a small choice, but combined they represent a significant monthly drain with a 0% return. Number 10 is actively managed investment funds, and this one could be the most expensive thing on this entire list. Here is the math: 2 people both investing $500 per month for 30 years, both earning a gross return of 10%. Person A uses a low-cost index fund with an expense ratio of 0.04%. After 30 years they have $1,130,000. Person B uses an actively managed fund with a 1% fee that sounds like almost nothing. After 30 years they have $790,000. The difference is $340,000. A fee that sounds like 1% quietly removed 30% of person B's retirement wealth. And here is why this is psychologically invisible. The fee is never sent to you as a bill. It is silently deducted from your returns before they are reported. You see 9% on your statement and feel good about 9%, and you never see the 1% that left. S&P SPIVA reports show that over 15-year periods more than 88% of actively managed large-cap funds underperform their benchmark index. You are paying more for less. Number 11 is oversized homes and apartments. Mortgage rates are sitting around 6.3% right now, which means for every additional $100,000 of home you buy you are paying roughly $530 per month in mortgage alone, not counting taxes, insurance, or maintenance. The question nobody asks before signing is how many rooms in my current place do I actually use every day? The average American uses about 60% of their home square footage regularly. The rest is space you are heating, cooling, cleaning, insuring, and paying a mortgage on for the idea of having it. Number 12 is paying a financial advisor to put you in bad funds. Good financial advisors exist and some people genuinely benefit from one. But if you are paying 1% annually to an advisor who puts you in actively managed mutual funds that also have their own expense ratios, you could easily be paying 2 to 2.5% total per year in fees without realizing it. And at that fee level on a $200,000 portfolio growing at 10%, you lose over $700,000 in compound wealth over 30 years compared to a simple low-cost index fund strategy. The question to ask is not, is my advisor nice? The question is, what is my total all-in annual fee and what am I getting for it that I could not get from a Vanguard or Fidelity total market index fund at 0.04%? Now let me talk about how this list hits differently depending on where you are financially. If you are earning under $50,000 right now, items 1, 3, and 6 are your immediate priorities: cable delivery fees and forgotten subscriptions. These free up real monthly cash you can redirect to your emergency fund and eliminating high-interest debt. Do those 3 things first. If you are earning between $50,000 and $90,000, items 10 and 12 deserve your full attention. At this income level you probably have money already invested, and if it is in the wrong place the fee drag is silently compounding against you every single year. Log into every investment account you own this week and check the expense ratio of every fund you hold. If anything is above 0.2% with no clear reason, move it. If you are earning over $100,000, every single item on this list scales with your income. The new car at $65,000 costs you more than the one at $30,000. The oversized Oversized home at $800,000 costs you more than the one at $400,000, and the 1% advisor fee on a $500,000 portfolio is silently costing you more than someone with $50,000 invested will ever understand. Now here is your 7-day action plan because I want you to leave this video with something you can actually do this week, not someday. On day 1, do the subscription audit, open every bank and credit card statement, cancel everything you have not actively used in the last 30 days, do it in the same session or it will not happen. On day 2, check your cable bill. If you still have cable plus streaming services, pick one and call to cancel the other today. On day 3, log into every investment account and look up the expense ratio of every fund. Anything above 0.2% needs a reason. On day 4, pull up your last 3 months of delivery app spending. Calculate the actual total including fees and tips, then decide with that real number in front of you whether the convenience is worth what you now know it costs. On day 5, calculate your net worth, add everything you own, subtract everything you owe, write that number down. It is the most honest financial statement you will ever produce about yourself. On day 6, if your employer offers a 401k match and you are not capturing the full match, log in and fix it today. It takes 4 minutes and you are otherwise declining part of your salary. On day 7, write down one specific number, not a vague goal like financial freedom, an actual number. What net worth would make you feel genuinely financially secure, because money without a destination becomes money without purpose. And here is what I want to leave you with. The financial system is not complicated because the people running it want to help you understand it. It is complicated because complexity creates dependency and dependency creates customers. The confusion is not a bug. For a lot of people it is the business model, and the most radical financial act you can take in 2026 is to learn enough to not need an expensive intermediary for the basic decisions that will determine whether you retire with dignity or without it. You already did the hard part today. You showed up and you paid attention. Now do the other hard part and actually run the numbers on your own life, not someone else's hypothetical, your real bank statement, your real savings rate, your real expense ratios, your real net worth, because a number you know is always more useful than a number you are afraid to check. And if this video gave you something real, one number you did not know, one thing you are going to change, I would love for you to subscribe because this is exactly what I do here every single week. No generic advice, no tips designed for someone else's life, just the actual math on your actual situation. Hit subscribe and I will see you in the next one. And one more thing before you go, leave a comment below telling me which of these 12 things you are cutting first, not someday, this week. Which one? Because research on implementation intention shows that writing down a specific action increases the probability of doing it by over 40%. So make it concrete, write it in the comments, and let's build something real together.